Right, guysies. What we got? 7 in fleet. Do you want to give me boss max?
Alright. Yep.
Right, guys. So you're all here. You're all in. You're all happy, joy.
Yep.
Is there
I'm actually
anyone?
hungry, but
Is there anyone that isn't? Well, there's obviously got to be people. 1, 2, 3. There's only 5 of you in here, so there's 2 of you that are missing. Where are you? Who's fucking missing from the damn fleet?
You're missing me.
Where are you?
Since I am going to work in a few hours, I can't join.
Okay, no, I'm saying there's 7 in fleet and only 5 in system. So yeah, never mind, that's fine. Right, okay, guys. The first thing, probably the most important thing you need to practice as a scout is using your D-scanner. Now, what I don't want you guys to do is to tell each other where I am. I want you to use your D-scan to find me. My ship name is called Rabbit. So I'm going to go for a couple of minutes and get myself sorted out. When I come back, if you can find me, great. If you can't, don't worry. I will explain to you how it works. So, of course, I am not going to be in a safe spot. I'm going to be at a celestial object. The question is, which one and where? And when I come back, I'm going to give 5 million to anyone that's orbiting me.
oh, 5 million.
Alright, I'm not giving it to everyone that's orbiting me except you. Lara doesn't get any.
Let's go 100 mil, okay.
Look,
Ship again?
I just got 10 billion.
Okay.
Rabbit. The ship's name is Rabbit. Cool. Guys, and I will be back in a few minutes.
Can I kill the other guys?
No, you certainly cannot.
I'm just protecting Puppy.
Am I in the right spot? I don't even see Rabbit on my D-scan at all.
Go to Bloom Decks. Fly to various Celestials and keep scanning. Because he may be outside your range. So just like fly to the center of the universe, like fly to the sun. And that should help you.
You wait for that frag and starting earlier.
AFK a minute.
Okay, looks like most of you have found me. Sergeant, are you here?
I'm taking a guess.
Maybe you might wanna leave gang next time.
Pardon, sorry?
You might wanna leave gang next time. We could just walk to you, dude.
Did you all just cheat and walk to me?
Nope.
Nope.
I hope you didn't. If you did, I'll just be disappointed. It's up to you guys. You're only sort of screwing yourselves, really. But no, it's good. Silly Bambi, not joining on TeamSpeak. Just wait for Sergeant to get here. Right, first thing you can all do, guys, is rename. Right-click your ship name and rename it just to a single dot for me, please. Just set your name to a single dot.
Yeah, it looks like a boob. Oh, look who it is.
Sergeant, can you rename your ship to a dot for me, please? Right. So, the scanner. I'm going to give you guys just the basic rundown. Like, if you've heard it before, then well, you never know, you might learn something new. So, what you can change, really, you always want to be using your active overview settings. That never changes. This tracking camera is actually relatively new, but I really think it is quite useful. I've been added as a contact. Goody. And it basically means that you can sort of, you can't, the thing that annoys me is that you've, like, when you click in, if you have like celestial objects, they don't show up in your D-scanner. So I'd really like to be able to click things in there, but still. What I do now is I just have my scanner like close to my overview, which just makes things, God, I just get constant combos and you name it. Easy to sort of click around and look at stuff. Now I actually have an overview for specifically for de-scanning ships, and it literally, all it shows me is ships. And I have my second, just to make sure that like everything's on there and I've got it all sort of right. But you can also use your combat overview, and it'll still, like, your combat overview should have all ship types on them anyway. So yeah, and basically the only thing you ever really change is the distance and the angle, but you do change them a lot. So what's the D-scanner for? It's for basically we really use it for locating ships. That's 1 second, guys. There you go. Right. Yeah. So it's basically for locating ships, and like you'll never find a ship in a safe spot with the D-scanner. What you can do is
Hey guys.
Hello. You can very quickly get an extremely good indication of where a certain ship's going to be. So, if we... let me see here. I'm going to see if we can find... Sergeant, can you please rename your ship to Dot, please?
Dot?
Dot. Just a single dot. If you look on your D-scanner, you will see that...
Okay, I have to say that was the most
I have...
stupidest thing I've ever seen in game here.
Yeah,
Right. Perfect, nice one. So, as you guys, there's actually there's another ship. Keldrin Shee's Corax is actually on the D-scanner at the moment. So, I'm actually gonna start probing that ship down. I think it's probably at planet 11, maybe. Yeah. Okay. So, what I basically did then, I'm 90% sure now that Corax is either at Planet 11, 11 Asteroid Belt, or the Customs Office, and that probably took me a total of about 6 seconds to figure out. And the way I did that was obviously first scan I did was a 360-degree scan. The reason you're all named Dot is so that I can identify very quickly which of our ships are friendly ships. Then I dropped to a 180-degree scan, and it dropped off scan, which means basically anything that I can see on my camera, and probably a bit more either side, in a 180-degree cone from my ship is now off limits. So I span to the side here. I literally just span the camera around, did a second scan, and it came back up on scan. At that point, I just looked in space at what celestial objects were around, and that was when I picked Planet 11. I dropped it to 90, I dropped it to 60, I dropped it to 30, and I can see that it's still picking up on that scan from 30 degrees. At that point, there isn't really anything else around, so I could just click on the object. At that point, I went all the way down to 15, dump, and at 15 degrees it starts to drop off. There. And that is the basics of how you find someone with a D-scanner. It's just a case of reducing the angle and then adjusting where your camera's looking, and eventually you're going to get him on a very close scan, and that's going to tell you exactly where he is. Does anyone not understand the basics of how that works? Have you got any questions on that at all?
It's very good to use F11 as well.
Pardon, sorry?
It's very good to use F11 as well.
I don't personally like using F11. The reason I don't use it is because it only looks on a 2D plane. So yeah, it's sort of handy, but when you don't need to rely on it. Like it's you should have, like, the way that you look for something means that it's there are people that swear by it, and people that use like the edge of their radius to sort of rather than reducing their range, they just start to scan in and out of like the radius using F11. But personally, I don't like it. It just doesn't. I prefer.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's very good, especially for noobs, to look at it, because they get a sense of angle and stuff like that. They can actually look and see what they're doing in space. It's very
yeah,
good.
But that's the thing. They're actually not. They're actually getting a 2D sort of representation of what they're doing, whereas in actual fact, the cone that they're looking at is in complete 3D. So, for example, I can look over at Planet 11 and be above it, and be completely off and have it disappear. So when people tend to, in fact, for some reason it's not. Okay, there you go. So they can look and go, oh, well, the green beam on F11 is looking straight at that planet, but he's not there. So obviously he's got to be somewhere else. Yeah, it's a to and fro argument. Personally, I don't use it. If it helps you guys, by all means. Like, if it's something that's useful to you guys. What we're talking about, by the way, guys, if you press F11, you'll get a little sidebar pop out, and it's got a like a little 2D like top-down map of the solar system. And the white is your visible area, and the green is the area that you're currently scanning. So that's what we're talking about with the F11. Personally, it doesn't really help me, but again, each to their own. If it helps you, then great, use it. But does anyone have any questions?
Can we kill something?
Sweet. Okay, so on with, this is probably the most important thing to being a good scout, is actually being able to use your D-scanner effectively. That's going to be the difference between your fleet getting like rata kills, especially rat kills, and not, basically. If you can scan down someone quickly, it's really going to help you. Now we're going to combine this with the system scanner. If you just load up your system scanner and do a scan of the system, we're probably going to find nothing in here. Oh no, we do, we have an anomaly. So if you then go into the F10, the map, once you've done, go to your system scanner, do a scan, and then go into F10 and load up the solar system map. And you're going to see a little green dot with the Garista's Refuge on it. Is there anyone that doesn't see that?
I don't have it.
Okay, so on your system scanner, have you seen the result IPS 250?
No.
Okay, have you run a scan?
Wait, let me change. Yes, I did.
Do it
Let me
to
change the
show all.
scan filter. I have it.
Right, so if you go into F10,
Yes.
right, so you can all see that little green, the green indicator for the Garista's Refuge, right? Good stuff. So this is really useful in nullsec, and this is really useful for hunting down ratters. So if I'm in a system that I think might be used for ratting, the first thing I do when I get in the system is run a system scan, because you can load your D-scan down to like a 30-degree angle and just point at these objects and just do a very quick click, and it'll tell you immediately if they're in there. Like, obviously when you first get in, it takes 10 seconds to scan. So I'm going in, I start my system scanner, I go back to my D-scan at like 180, and I look around and I see what's in here. Okay, alright, so we've got this, this and this, and once my system scan's complete, I should have a rough idea of where this guy might be. Then you can cross-reference that against these Garistas, like against the different anomaly sites, and chances are, like, these guys, the guys that are in these ratting systems, a lot of time they've been doing it for a long time, they're not really paying complete attention. So if you can find this guy quick enough and you can warp in there, chances are you're going to be able to get a point on him. Now these guys are also mission fit, which means they might not have any warp disruption modules, and their drones are often a long way away, off killing other shit. So what this gives you time to do is, obviously, as soon as you're in warp to where this guy is, like the second you land and he's in here, the fleet will be jumping in straight behind you. So you only got to stay alive for 20 seconds until your logistics turns up and saves your ass. But this is a great way to get kills. And using this system scanner in sort of a combination with the D scanner has got me so many kills of these silly little guys that rat away all day long. It's uncountable. It's literally uncountable. But so if you go into a system and there's, you know, and you can pick up someone on scan, it's often worth just throwing that system scan out, because why not? What have you got to lose? And if they are ratting, you're going to grab them very quickly, and they're not going to be paying attention, and ta-da, you know, FC gets free kill, he's very happy with you. Does anyone not understand how the system scanner and the D scanner work together? Cool. You can also warp directly, obviously, to the results as well. So if you do find these at one, obviously you warp straight to it. Okay, and that's really pretty much all there is to know about the D-scanner. Using the D-scanner like effectively just takes practice. But when you're in fleets and we're sort of roaming around and we're looking for people and stuff, like just have your D-scanner out and practice with it. And you know, if you're on, this can get you solo kills as well, definitely. And for those of you that have been on our bubble camps where we sit and chill on the bubbles, you guys have all seen how we use the D-scanner as well, pointing it at each gate and sort of figuring out where people are coming and going from. So anyway, that's enough on the D-scanner stuff. And we have no questions? Questions in the stream? No questions from you guys? It would seem not. 30 odd people watching.
Stream.
Yes, the stream's live.
Can you post it? A link?
It's EvECoPilot. It's in the EvECoPilot channel.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
Cool. So, scouting. Who's Branby? Branby is going to be joining our corps shortly. Going over from another corps to this one. Hi, Branby. Branby's also very quiet. Cool. So, scouting. Really, your job as a scout is two things. It's to give the FC, like, basically giving the FC a heads up. That's your job. But also keeping the fleet safe. So you're essentially the sacrificial lamb. So anywhere we go, you're going to go there first. It's like you're like the little mining canary. If we send you into that system and you explode, then we know that system's dangerous. And that's essentially that's the gist of it, basically. You're there so that one person dies instead of the whole fleet. But on top of that, you're there to provide intel. Like, obviously, the fleet commander is making decisions for the fleet the whole time, right? Everything he does is a decision he's making for the fleet, and you're the guy that gives him that information. So, with general scouting, like as a general scouting role, all an FC is really interested in is how many people are in local. Whether there's a station in there or not, you know, whether it's going to be safe, whether there's people on the gates, you know, and if there's something there that he's either going to want to fight, or there's going to be something there that's going to stop them moving on with the roam. Like, that's basically, at a basic level, that's the job of a scout. It's just to report information ahead of time before the fleet jumps in. But doing that properly seems to be quite fucking hard, apparently. It's a case of either giving too much. You don't want to give him too much information because he's going to spend the whole time listening to you. You want to tell him as little as possible, but make sure he knows everything he needs to know. That's essentially the job. So, for example, we're actually going to head to. If you guys all just start making best speed to EvECon, we're actually going to jump into some nullsec now. And look at
Puppy, I've got a log.
Okay.
Yeah, I got my
I'm about
mic
to
on
leave
now.
early.
That's all good, mate. That's all good. Just take off. So you guys start heading to.
Hey, I got my mic now, alright?
Yay! Hi, Romy.
Hey.
We're just doing scouting lessons. We'll be done in about half an hour.
So your live stream, you like, what's the video of? Is it like you playing?
It's everything that we're doing at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So guys, everyone best speed to EvECon and get on the Oijanin gate for me. We're gonna bust a fucking groove.
Hey, Papi, how's your leadership skills?
My leadership skills are fine.
Good.
You guys are so worried about leadership skills all the time.
Yeah, it's good to get gang bonuses.
So what we're going to do is we're going to move through 5 or 6 systems of nullsec, and we're going to take a look at the information that we want to pass back to the FC. Now, the difference between having a good scout and a shit scout in a fleet is going to be the difference between roaming 30 jumps and not killing everything and wondering why everything gets away, and killing something in every few systems. well, obviously there's a lot more that factors into it, but basically without a good scout, you're never really going to get any good kills, because you need to be able to find the people to kill, right? No one's just going to be, well, very rarely is there's going to be some idiot sat at the gate. You can't rely on the fact some idiot might just be sat on the gate you jump into and might fall into a bubble. But yeah, so what we're going to run through is basically every piece of information that I would pass to myself as the FC, every piece of information that I would want and why I would want it. And then we're just going to practice, just have a little bit of practice. And by the end of this, you'll all be quite happily. I mean, scouting really isn't that fucking hard. Let's be honest. It's being like doing the basics of scouting and getting it down to be a competent scout isn't hard work. It's not. What's this? Warning: gate camp in Oigenin. I don't think there is. So, who are we waiting on? Let's just wait for everyone to get here. Max, Archon, and Sergeant. And Etgo is in here, but not in. I don't know what he's up to. Sergeant. Okay, you guys are all on your way then. My music's turned off. Oh, now I got some new music. For the stream, someone on the stream basically said that it sounds like scouting just has like the shit end of the stick, and to a degree they're sort of right in that. But at the same time, the ship that you're in, you'll notice does anyone not have a micro warp drive fitted to their ship? Okay, you're probably gonna die, and that's fine.
Good.
The reason that scouts are in tiny, fast-moving ships is so that if they jump into a system, like A, so they can catch these people that we were talking about earlier. Archon, where are you?
I just stopped. I'm in Aragon.
Yeah, come to the Oigenin gate.
Yep.
The reason that we have like these fast little ships that we're in is so that A, we can, if we jump into a system and it's really, really nasty, we can just literally approach the gate, micro warp drive back, and oh, hello. Oh, look. A thorax. A wild thorax appears. I want to kill him. Jump, 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 jump. Everyone jump in. Archon catch up.
Yeah, found the going gate.
Right, so if we jump into this, let's just say that we jump into this system and there's 50 people on the overview, right, and they're all sat at the gate and they're all looking really mean. Watch, just don't, no one decloak, just watch what I do here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to click the gate and I'm going to turn on my MWD and I'll literally be spamming jump, 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 and as soon as I get in range, bang, I jump through. And that's basically crashing, that's called crashing the gate. If I ever tell you to crash a gate, that's what you're doing. And the idea being is that before the enemy, because we're in a small ship, it takes the enemy a long time to lock us. Because we're in a small ship, we can move really fucking quickly. So chances are, by the time we get back to the gate, like they're only just going to have locked us, maybe got a shot or two off, but that's it. They're not going to be... Who the fuck keeps keying up? Stop it. Oh no. Oh fuck. I swear to God, NC is just constantly pinging shit. Right. Yeah, so once you if you do get into a system and you see it's hostile, burning, like re-crashing the gate like that is probably going to save your lives. And it's literally just a case of approach, micro warp drive, and then literally you're just spamming the jump button and hoping that you get through before you die. Now, as you can see, most of you guys have only just decloaked, which means a lot of you, like in that time, the thing is that if you jump into 50 people, like there's still a lot of intel that needs to be gathered, and you have that time when you're cloaked up to gather that intel. Basically, that's sort of what you're trying to do there, is to get enough intel on the system before you have to re-crash into the gate and get out. So what you want to see, if we assume for a second that everyone on this gate is hostile, like you guys here are all hostile. Sorry, that you guys are all hostile here. As soon as I jump in, I would literally see, okay, there's 5 people on the gate, and I would have literally just reported, okay, I'd be like, okay, I've just jumped into Origin in, and I would say there's 9 people in local, there's 5 people on the gate, and there's 6 people on scan. Sorry, there's only 5 people on scan. Jesus, sorry, there was a 6th. So, and that's literally all the information, and then I'm going to tell them the ships that they're in. Okay, so there's now 7 in local, there's 5 on the gate, they're in frigates. They don't need to know a list of the different types of ships, just look and go, okay, that's frigate. Okay, they're in frigates, they've got logistics. And at that point now, I'm still cloaked, I've got plenty on, like, there's nothing else on scan. And the FC at this point has everything he needs to know. He knows how many people are in local, how many people are on the gate, and he knows what ships they're in. That's everything he needs to make a decision on whether or not we're going to fight them or not. Now, if the FC doesn't tell you to do anything, like, literally just don't move. But if you decloak, don't just sit there like a retard and die. So if he's still sat on the other side of the gate trying to figure something out, or talking to someone else, or doing whatever it is, don't just decloak and die. If it gets close, if you see your ship starting to decloak, just re-crash the gate and just say to him, no, I have to crash the gate, I'm going to die, you know, blah blah blah. But it's telling him, like, the key is getting everything he needs in, like, the shortest time possible. So many people are like every time you jump, they're like, FC, I've just jumped into Origin and it's a 0.4 system, it's in the forge, the local list says there's 7 people, they're talking about rabbits in the local chat, you know, and it takes 40 seconds of the FC sitting on the other side of the gate like, yeah, useless, oh, there's a bit of information, that's useless, and I hear it all the time, and like FC's like talking about how I was in this system 2 weeks ago and there was a Dominic's at planet 12, so I'm going to go and check that. Like, oh, it annoys me. It's infuriating, like some of the shit that scouts come out with. So it's literally a case of, this is how many's in local, this is how many's on the gate, and this is how many's in, you know, in the D scanner, and then that's it. That's, like, tell them what ships they're in if there's people on the gate, and that's it. Now, if you scan and there's like a missioning ship, so say I've come in here and I've seen a Chimera, or I've seen an Archon, or a Nyx, or something fucking important. Now local's just gone up by 1 then. That's also something it's probably worth telling the FC. If you're going through the system and local changes for whatever reason, so it goes up by 1 or down by, you know, say there's 50 people in local when you enter, you say there's 50 people in local, nothing is scanned, nothing on the gate. You'll then, and then suddenly 20 more people jump in, that's something the FC is going to want to know. So no matter what he's doing, by all means interrupt him and say to him, we've got 20 more in local. Like, what you have to say is probably, for the most part, more important than, like, talking over him is fine. If I'm talking to the fleet and you talk over me as a scout and say, if you talk over me and say my past is ready, I'm going to be pissed. If you talk over me and say there's 20 more people in local, that's what I want to hear. That's the information I need to know. So, yeah, that's basically everything you need to do when you first jump in. So there's another one in local. A nice little trick as well, by the way. If you click on someone in the local list and press Control A, it will highlight everyone in the local. That way, if local, so we've got Gatefire here, hold on. Not a caracal. Make sure you're all in range to jump through, guys, if you need to. It's alright, he's off anyway. Where was I? Yes. So as you can see, if you press Control A when I said on local, you'll see that Kieran or Kethrian or whoever it is now added in local. If someone new joins, they're not highlighted. And that's a really good habit to get into when you're scouting. It's just to, every time you jump in the system and you've done your scan, this, that, and the other, just click on local quickly and Control A. And that way, if local changes, you'll see it. It will highlight because it will show up as the one that isn't highlighted. Now, other things to look at is so you can see at the moment there's 4 neutrals in this system. I would try and show info on each of them, just as you're warping along. Like, have a look at the people that are actually in here and see, are they all in the same alliance? Are they all in the same corp? Is it, you know, say there's 10 people in local, right? We're probably not going to be that interested in fighting 10 people in this frigate gang. But let's say 5 of them are from Goon Swarm and 5 of them are from NC Dot, right? Suddenly there's probably a fight going down somewhere. Are these guys suspect? You know, is there something going on? If it was a 5v5, we'd probably want to go and get involved in that. And the reason we want to go and get involved in that is because we can, obviously it sounds like Gatefire, it sounds like a pretty even fight, and even if it's not, they're going to be fighting each other. If we turn up on the grid in frigates, we're probably going to get on every single one of those kill mails. And it'll probably be a bit of a giggle, and then we'll probably die and burn, but it'll be fun. So having a look at the actual people that are in the system, rather than just a number of people, like look at who's actually in there, and see, you know, is this like, is it all one person? Is it like a load of like day one old scrubs? Oh, look, a burst. I'm so tempted to try and kill that burst. I've got him locked for some reason. He did let me lock him. No, we're not going to kill the burst. Yeah, so looking at the people that are in the system is also very useful. It can be very telling about sort of what's going on. As in, like I said before, whether it's, is that burst repping?
Locked me.
Why is this burst?
Who's he attacking?
He's not locking anyone, he's shield repairing Archon for some bizarre reason.
Yep.
It may well be on the stream to me. Might be someone from the stream, I don't entirely know. Archon, lock me. Archon, lock me up.
Yeah, I'm locking.
Okay, shoot me once. Just shoot me once and then unlock me. Everyone lock up this burst. Has he gone suspect now?
No.
He's not going to because we're in court, that's a shame. Okay guys, just reapproach the gate. He may well be with that character.
Oh.
No, he's not. Okay, anyway, just ignore him. I don't know what he's up to, but fucking just ignore him. Just everyone get back on the gate at 500. So, we've jumped in the system, we've looked at what's around, we've looked at who's in the system. Now, in nullsec, do you guys all know what drag who the fuck is? Sergeant, you might want to come back up towards the gate, bud, you're a little bit far away. Does everyone know what drag bubbles are? Anyone not know what a drag bubble is?
I have no idea.
Okay, right. A drag bubble. Okay, if you right click the gate and look at it, so just go right click look at on the gate, and then if you look at the BWF gate, if you click on the BWF gate and line the two up, so literally they're like on top of each other. So you imagine you're looking through the gate at the BWF gate, looking through the Erican gate at the BWF gate. You can drop an item or an object in space in between those two gates, where, and then if you drop that item, it's a bubble. Basically, you drop a bubble. Now, if you online that bubble, it will catch people in it. So instead of warping, if you warp from BWF to the Erican gate, and that bubble's there and online, they will land inside the bubble. They'll land on the edge of the bubble. They won't. It will stop your warp short, basically. And this can be basically, you put that there, and it means that when people come out of warp, there's normally someone sat there on top of you, who's probably going to kill you, basically. Do you understand sort of what I'm talking about there? Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Cool. So, a lot of the times, in nullsec, these bubbles are quite common. You'll find them on a lot of gates in a lot of systems. And we'll find them in the next system over. Now, as a scout, like often the easiest way to figure out whether there's going to be a bubble on the gate you're landing on is if there's a bubble on the gate that you're at. Like, people tend to bubble both sides of the gate because then, you know, just because they want to catch people going both ways. So if you jump into a nullsec system and there's a big bubble, which you'll see it in a minute, chances are there's going to be a bubble on the other gate as well. So if you guys just press F10 quickly, and then find the BWF gate. Can you all see that on the F10 menu? Is there anyone that isn't on the map at the moment looking at the BWF gate? Perfect. Okay, so imagine a line drawn between you are here and BWF gate. If you just take that warp, chances are you would then land inside said bubble. So what you want to do instead is warp to somewhere else and then warp again back to the gate, so you're coming in at a different angle, therefore you're going to miss the bubble. So for example, let's all warp to planet 11 at 100. Everyone warp now to planet 11 at 100. So stay in the solar, you can do it in the solar system map. It's the one to the left, looking at like from BWF. Now if we move off, what we're essentially doing is changing the angle that we're warping to the gate at. So by coming over to this gate here, suddenly the angle we're approaching BWF has changed. Therefore, hopefully, if there now it's obviously more than possible that there's another bubble that's catching from this direction as well. It's unlikely but possible. So does anyone, like, can someone explain to me why I chose that planet compared to some of the other points? For example, why wouldn't I choose planet 7? Can someone tell me that?
Proximity.
Proximity?
It's closest to the gate.
Okay, but if you actually look, we're still at a D-scan range here. You are right, and that's a point I was trying to make but couldn't. But no, that's not why I wouldn't walk to planet 7. Anyone else?
Is there a pause on the moons or something?
No. Okay, if you look at planet 7, it's almost at exactly the same angle as the Erican gate. Like, you almost warp through planet 7 heading to the BWF gate as you would from planet 7. So chances are, if there is a bubble, you're going to get caught in it. If you walk from planet 7, you're going to get caught in the same bubble that's catching people from the Erican gate. Whereas if you look where we've gone to, which is planet 11, it's at a completely different angle, and there's nothing else in line with that. It's the same as like, imagine, like, for example, if there was another gate at planet, like near planet 11, we wouldn't use that either, because chances are they'd put a bubble up from both gates. Does that sort of make sense to you guys? Yes, no, maybe, bit.
Yes.
Cool. Does anyone not understand why planet 7 would have been a bad idea?
There's a burst here.
Is the burst still following us around?
Yeah, I'm talking to him.
He's probably just stream sniping.
No, he
Yeah,
didn't
his
know
ship
of the
name.
stream.
His ship name is gonna die live. So.
Yeah.
The best part is that we didn't kill him, he lived. Sweet. Right, so the reason we didn't choose planet 7 is because it was very close to being in line with Aircon. So when you look, when you see a bubble on the system, now you can start to see, guys, suddenly you've actually got quite a lot to do here. Right, this isn't just a case of being one ahead of the FC and calling out how many people are in local. Like, a scout is actually quite fucking busy. For me, scouting is probably one of the more tiring jobs to do because of shit like this. So when you look in the map, and once you jump through a system and you see that there's a bubble on the gate, you should be into the map pretty much straight away, just figuring out where it is you're going to warp to that's going to get you to that gate safely. So here I chose planet 11 because it was off at a completely different angle. Now every single planet in this system, every single planet and moon in this system is more than 14 AU away from the gate. Now the reason that 14 AU is important is because if you're less than 14 AU, you can scan down to the gate. So if we all walk to the BWF gate at 0, everyone just walk to the gate at 0. And go ahead and close your system maps now, come back into space view. Come on, PPs, let's go. There you go, nice one. Right, so what we're going to do is we're all going to go in together, and I'm going to tell you exactly sort of what I would do as soon as we go into the system. Okay, so everyone hold your cloaks in when you go through, and everyone jump. So as soon as we jump through, I've got my scanner on 360, and I've got my system scanner loaded. So what have we got? We've got 12 in local, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in neutral. There's bubbles on the gate. I'm going to do a quick system scan. I'm going to do a quick D-scan. So, I would now report that there's 6 neutrals in local. One of them is Legion of Death. There's nothing on scan, and the gate's bubbled. So now at this point, I've got 2 choices. Do I move? At the moment I'm still sat here. What I'm waiting for now is for the FC to tell me what to do. So he's either going to tell me to crash the gate back and we're going to go somewhere else, or he's going to tell me to move off to the next system quite happily, or chances are he's probably going to want me to make a ping. Now we've already got pings in this system because I've done it already, but for the sake of showing you guys, if he says to me, okay, do me a favour, make us a ping off the gate, I'm going to look at the bubble here and I'm going to see the quickest way out of it. So here the bubble's underneath us, so we're going to want to go up. So I'm literally going to double click up, turn my MWD on, and I'm just going to start burning straight up in the air. Now the reason I'm doing this is so that when the rest of the fleet comes through, they're going to be able to warp up to me. Now we've already got this ping, so to save you the time, I'm just going to warp up. So everyone clear the bubble, everyone come out the top of the bubble, and then just warp up to me. There you go. So this is why we put these pings in place all over the shop. Is so that you can, if we come into a system, and so chances are now we're pretty sure that the gate on the other side is going to be bubbled. Now I have warp disruption bubbles on my overview. And the reason I have warp disruption bubbles on my overview is so that when I descan the next system, so let's just say that we're now going, we've got a destination, and the next destination we're going to is IOO, okay? So can someone tell me where we would warp to if we wanted to move? If our next system was IOO, this system is, not only does it have hostiles in, it's also got bubbles on the gate. Where would we warp to next? Someone? A nice place to warp to?
I'd say Planet 7.
Planet 7. Okay, and that would, and again that's because it's off at a nice different angle, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes and no. What you haven't noticed is that the actual gate is right on top of a planet. So I would actually warp to planet 10 at 100. So everyone just warp to planet 10 at 100 now, because it's literally right on top of the gate, right? Now, being that close to the gate means that even if like people tend to have a bit of trouble scanning you down when you're literally right on top of the gate, and obviously the idea being is that we want to minimize the distance that we're warping, right? So we like obviously we're going to have to do 2 warps to avoid the bubble, but we're literally almost landing on top of the gate right now. So as we land here, we can then immediately just scan onto the gate, and we can see there's one mobile. Can everyone see the small mobile warp disruptor on D-scan towards the gate? When you land here, of course.
Yes.
Is there anyone that can't see that? You can all see it, right? Everyone can see that there's a small warp disruptor on that gate.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Now, we've got these pings in this system, and as a scout, having these pings is absolutely invaluable. So I'm just going to go ahead and warp us all up to one of these pings, because it means we don't have to do this, right? We don't have to go off at these funny angles and waste all this extra time warping to all these different planets and looking at all this stuff, because we've got pings just above it. So we don't have to warp directly to the gate. We can just ta-da! So there, you can see that bubble. For those of you that didn't know what a warp disruption bubble was, that's it down there. You can literally see it behind the gate, and that's a drag bubble, which is slightly different in that it drags people past the bubble instead of stopping them short of it. But if you actually look down, you can see that it's almost perfectly in line with the gate that we came from. And that's how it works. So, yeah, having these pings, obviously pretty fucking awesome. +1 neutral. Is he going to come through this gate? Maybe he is.
Yep.
Bingo.
Okay. Let's see what that guy... Now you see, that guy's cloaked up, but there's a good chance that he's actually on his way up to us right now. He didn't jump. He definitely... Who the fuck went down to the gate? Why'd you do that? Oh, guys, everyone go to the gate. Down to the IO gate. But yeah, so having these pings all over the place is really important. And I think they're corp bookmarks as well, aren't they? Yeah, sweet. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to jump through one more time, and again go through exactly the same process. We're going to do this a little bit quicker because there's probably a Tengu. So everyone jump through. So I jump through here. There's one guy in local. He's some fucking random scrub not associated with anything. There's nothing on scan. There is a mobile warp disruptor, like on scan from this gate. Now the actual gate itself isn't on scan. So could someone hazard a guess at where this warp disruptor might be? There's one mobile small warp disruptor on scan. Where do you think it is? Anyone?
The other gate?
Well, the other gate is more than 14 AU away.
True. So the station then?
There you go. That's chances are I'm going to do a 30-degree scan. It's actually not on the station. I would have gone for the station as well. If I'd hazarded a guess, it would have been the station. But it's not. It's actually
at a pass.
Gate fire, guys. Reapproach the gate. Crash the gate. Crash the gate. Yeah, chances are I would have gone for the station and said, "What is this? A nemesis? Grab it! Grab it! Grab it!" I think we're... too slow. Don't worry about it, just sit on the gate. These guys may well... I'm wondering whether these guys are stream sniping us to bomb us. But we will soon find out. So yeah, having a look at that that D-scan and spotting that warp disruptor. Now, where exactly that is, we're probably never going to know. It's probably going to be on a pause. We're doing, you know, that Sino trick that they do, where they drag people in with like the Sino. Only idiot FCs fall for that. But anyway, so we've got in here. We can see a warp disruptor somewhere, but it's not on the gate. We know that the two people in local are both in stealth bombers. So we can, like, and that's all we'd report back. I would literally say there's two in local, nothing on scan, they're both in stealth bombers, and there's a warp disruption bubble somewhere, but it's not at the gates. And that's it. My job's fucking done. Like, there's no one for me to hunt down. They're in cloaky manticores, and at that point I'm literally just moving on to the next system. So wherever it is we're going, we're going to go to B&D. Now, because there's warp disruption bubbles around, I'd probably go to the B&D ping anyway, just because. But that's more of just like a, you know, in fact, with just there being two stealth bombers in the system, I actually wouldn't, because if I land in a bubble with the stealth bombers, I'd be quite happy about that. That's something I'd probably tear one of those stealth bombers apart if I landed in my Rifter, or at least live long enough for the fleet to arrive and turn up and kill them. And to be honest, a lot of the times that is sort of your job. Obviously the logistics that are in the fleet are going to try and save you, but a lot of the times you're going to die, and you know, you're flying cheap disposable ships for the most part anyway. It's going to happen because you're out on your own head of the fleet, so you need to stay alive long enough to sort of let the fleet arrive and get you locked up, and a lot of times it just doesn't happen. So at this point, really, we're sort of generally moving around. As far as a navigation and sort of intel point of view, this really is all there is to scouting. It's just a case of getting the right information at the right times to the FC, and obviously at the same time, if that information changes, just let him know, basically. Does someone want to scout us in a little deeper?
I'm gonna be joining you soon. I'm getting my ship ready to come out with you, alright?
We're actually going to be heading back quite shortly, to be honest. There isn't really that much more to go through, to be honest. Sort of at this level, anyway.
Yeah, I'll go up.
Okay, so we're all gonna. Everyone should be back on the BWF gate. So whoever it was that spoke up then, when we all go through, I want you to tell me all the information that you would give me as the FC. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so everyone jump through. And let's see what he comes up with.
Gonna walk this bubble. 110 kilometers.
Okay.
2 neutrals. So they're now 11, both of them.
Okay. Is that everything? You happy with that?
No.
No, you're not happy with that. Why are you not happy with that?
Well, there's nothing going on in the system, so...
Okay. Is there anyone that would have given information differently?
Both of them are in the same corp. I probably would have told you that.
Okay. Anything else, anyone? Reapproach the gate, guys. Anyone else, anything differently? Anyone?
Well, you might want to tell them like their security status, maybe.
It doesn't matter in 0-0.
Yeah, we don't, like, if their security status is low enough to matter, they're gonna have criminal flags anyway. Criminal flags, especially in low sec, are definitely worth telling the FC. But yeah, some specific security status. Again, like again, you're onto this. You know, my kitten's 5 years old and it's playing with my lap, and you know, it's just too much information, especially when there's like 20 people in the system. What I would have done differently is I would have saved the warp bubble till last. I would have given the local count first. So I'd have said, first of all, that there's 2 neutrals. You didn't tell me whether they were on scan or not. So using the D-scan to figure out if you can get some ship types on them or something like that would have been great. And then I would have definitely said about the warp bubble, and I would have said that I'm going to walk to a ping. So I would have gone through this as there's 2 in local, they're in the same corp, I've got nothing on scan, and there's warp bubbles. So I'm going to go up to a ping on the outgate. That being said, I would have then warped to here. I'm going to warp us all, just because. Which is the 300 down ping on the Oijanin gate, which is where we're going to. So, I mean, yeah, all the information you gave was definitely needed, but maybe in a sort of maybe prioritizing the information. Like the warp disruption bubble, they're not going to need to know that till they're in the system at worst. You know, they're gonna. Whereas how many people are in local is probably going to be the most important thing. Additionally, I might have mentioned that there was a station, just in case for some bizarre reason the FC didn't fucking know that.
At least I volunteered.
Say again, sorry?
At least I volunteered.
No, it's good, dude. It's not like you know, at the end of the day, like everyone running this stuff sort of through in your head and like listening to what I'm saying and actually spitting the right information out, I assure you, are completely different things. So let's get someone else. Someone else gonna volunteer?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Cool. Okay, just imagine we've literally just jumped into this Oijanin gate.
Oh, you want right now, like this information?
No, you just chill for 5 minutes, buddy. Yeah, we'll just
Gotcha.
wait. I was being sarcastic. Yes, I want it now.
So I'd say +2 newts, same corp. I'd say there's 4 bubbles on the gate. And
you see, it's all good in your head, isn't it? Until the words want to come out of your mouth. You see, this is sort of why I'm sort of trying to get you guys to do this, because it is like in your head you're like, oh yeah, that all makes sense, and you know everything, until you actually come to do it, and suddenly like I forgot that bit and this bit, and literally getting the word when you hear a scout now giving good intel quickly, you're going to have a little bit of appreciation for him doing that, because it sounds like all this information, everything we're doing, right, is all quite simple, isn't it? There's no rocket science here. It's look at this, and spit this information out and then go somewhere. But actually spitting the words out your mouth can be quite I don't know, maybe it's just something you get used to, I suppose, or maybe a bit of stage fright, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, go again, try again.
This time I'd probably say there's a large warp disruptor, large bubble on the gate. 3 smalls behind it. 3 neutrals. 2 in same corp. Yeah, that's all I can really think to.
Okay, regarding the bubbles, what I really need to know with the bubbles, like you see the big bubble that's covering the whole gate, like that is something that's quite important for us to know. So that's the 3rd type of bubble. Okay, so you've got the 3 little bubbles behind are drag bubbles. Obviously, if they were at the other side of the gate, like stopping people short, they would be push bubbles. And this massive bubble is actually covering the gate, right? So the gate is bubbled. So I would say at this point, that the gate itself is bubbled. So I'd say the gate's bubbled. And then I would also say that the gate's bubbled and there's drag bubbles. And then I would go on. We've got a new allocation. Hooray! We'll deal with that in a minute. So you've got to look at, like, again, it's as much information in the quickest time as possible. So it would literally be, again, prioritizing the people rather than the environment. So it would be 3 in local, 2 in the same corp, nothing on scan. We've got the gate bubbled and there's drag bubbles. I'm going to go to a ping on the out gate. And there's a station. Because knowing, like, if there's drag bubbles, that's one thing. We can still jump in and warp off when there's drag bubbles in the system. Having the gate bubbled means that people are going to start getting caught in the fucking bubble and all sorts of shit's going to go wrong. So that's when the pings really come in handy. So, someone else going to try?
One thing, is there a gate camp in Oagian?
I don't know. That's
because there's a container that says that there it might be.
Yeah, there probably isn't. We'll actually come out and see. Let's see here. Hold on.
Yeah, because I'm about to jump in.
We'll scout you in, considering we have a fleet full of 7 scouts. Okay, so the reason I've walked us up to this. Did some of you get caught in that bubble? You're kidding. Holy shit. Okay guys, everyone just get onto the Ojanin gate, best way you can. That's so bizarre that a couple of you got caught in that. How fucking unlucky. Oh well. Go on guys, burn to the gate. So, who's going to give us our intel when we go through this gate? Somebody?
I'll try again if no one else wants to.
At least you've got a pair of balls, sir. We're just going to wait for our little Navitas to trundle on over. Like the fat warhorse that he is. Good.
I got the Tengu here.
Where?
Shit, I'm trying to...
That was a prime example of completely fucking useless information. I have a Tengu here. Brilliant!
I'm at the arcade gate. 12 kilometers away, right there.
Ooh, an Impera. Kill it! Kill it with fire! Kill it with fire, guys! Kill it with fire! Kill the Impera! Make this op a success! Kill it with fire! Point. Everyone come out. Uh-oh. Come on guys. Get on the Impera. I've got him pointed. Kill the Impera. Kill the Impera. Everyone shoot the Impera. Shoot the Impera.
It's not even named.
Come on, shoot it. Has everyone not locked this thing and shot it yet? Oh, he got away. Yay. Op success, guys. We got a kill. I do hope, Sergeant, you're still dawdling towards that gate with gusto.
Always.
Good stuff, sir. I'm gonna loot this important wreck. You never know, dudes. This fucking wreck might have GTCs in it. You never fucking know. This guy could have been hauling his blueprint, like, assets out of here. It did have a micro warp drive on it for some bizarre reason.
In his unnamed ship.
And an expanded cargo hull. So there's a fucking loot. Alright, everyone back on the gate, guys. Dude, no word of a lie. I've killed an unnamed Impera before, and it's had blueprint originals in it. Like it was about 3 bill worth of haul. It's fucking ridiculous.
You just don't expect them to like be new to the game because, oh, how do I name ship?
Oh, gate fire.
+1.
Yeah, let's see what this is. If I get another Impera kill, get ready. Get fucking ready. Oh my god, it's a Republic Fleet Fighter.
Yep, just jump through.
He's there's nothing worse that Republic Fleet Firetail would have wanted to see other than a load of frigates. We'd have torn his ass up. Yeah, you see what he did then? You see how he crashed that gate back then? He came in the system, went oh fuck no, and crashed the gate and went back where he came from. Is our Gusto pilot on the gate now?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sweet. Alright guys, everyone jump through. And someone, I'm gonna pick someone. Lero, give me intel.
Mike's broken.
Give me intel.
I don't know.
Come on.
Nope.
Why not?
Don't wanna.
Why are you here learning how to scout if you're not gonna scout?
Because I was making sure I remember everything.
Well, you don't have to remember everything, you've just been told everything. So scout, bitch.
Nope.
No.
That's enthusiasm for you.
What's on my ball?
Oh my god,
Got a
Dominic.
fucking dummy.
Go! The gate, reapproach, crash it, kill the fucking... No, don't fucking crash it. I'm joking. Do not jump through that gate. Do not jump through that gate. We're not going to be able to kill a Dominix with a load of fucking frigates. He's just going to tear us all up with his fucking drones. Sometimes I forget my place.
We could kill this monster.
I'm here in a rifter. Yeah, but even then, we're never going to keep him off the gate long enough. It's just a failure waiting to happen. It's just a fire burning in hell. Right, let's get on the fucking Aircon gate, guys. Everyone get on the Aircon gate and get our new guy in. Wow, I've left my micro warp drive on, so I can't warp the whole way to the fucking gate. Lero, why will you not give me scouting information?
Somebody else was gonna do it.
No, they're not. You're gonna do it.
Nope.
You're actually refusing to even scout. Just to be clear here.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking brilliant. Okay, someone else. In fact, Bramby's about to jump.
Yeah, I'll spell it if you want.
Yeah, that's right. We need to do. We'll get Bramby in with us, and then we'll figure this out. Can someone tell me if the gate's actually clear or not?
Yeah, it's clear.
Cool. Go ahead and jump in, Bramby. Oh, you already are in, Bramby. So what's the point of us scouting you if you're just going to jump blind, Bramby? God, these fucking amateurs, I can't work with these people. Okay, so let's all meet up on the Aircon gate and we're just going to go back into BWF. Bramby, how long have you been listening in, you little pervert?
I've been here for about 20 minutes.
Sweet. Do you have any questions? That aren't about my genitals?
Trying to think.
You're just thinking about my genitals now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sweet. Archon, where are you, buddy?
Aircon.
Are you coming through?
Yeah.
There's a dummy.
I think this dummy came for us.
Cool.
So, where are we meeting up at?
We are in Oijanen on the Aircon gate. I actually think that dummy came to kill us.
Cool, let's take it to 0-0.
Okay, guys, just relax. Lock up his drones.
And I'm coming through.
Yeah, come
Just
through.
look at me.
Yeah, yellow
he's
box.
like, just relax. I don't need that fucking information. Just lock up his drones and wait. If he shoots us,
We're in 04, so we're not gonna attack him.
yeah, if he shoots us, he's gonna get aggression from the gate. At which point we're gonna kill his drones and point him. If I tell you to. Remember, guys,
Simon says.
we're not here for dealing with silly Dominixes. Is he going to actually do anything? I don't think he is.
I just bumped him.
I think he is without balls.
He's doing something.
His bias
He's
I'm
aligning
watching
to
you.
something.
He's probably watching the stream.
He's locking me.
Yeah, me too. Got some activity here. Tornado.
Just relax, guys. Stay close to the gate. You're gonna need to crash out of it. Come on, Dominic. At least have the balls to do something about this. Like he turns up to stream snipers and just sits there like a fag. Jesus. At least lose your Dominics in a dramatic fashion. Holy shit. No, he put his little drones away. Okay, the tornado on the other hand would probably kill us. Now you see, if we were in nullsec and this tornado was out at 20k like that, we would have taken him. We would have dived onto him, gone underneath his tracking range, and then killed him slowly with fire. Unfortunately, we're in low sec. Now he may alpha us, so if he locks you, do go ahead and jump through. Right, we're all together, right? Who the fuck burnt out to that? Get your ass back here, Brammy. Guys, what are you all doing? I didn't tell you to move anywhere. Get your asses back on this fucking gate. Forget scouting. Basic fucking fleet, guys. Ability to follow basic fucking instructions. Do what you're told, nothing else. Are we all back on the gate? Jesus Christ, I slept there? What the fuck is going on here?
Same call.
Yeah, I don't know whether we're being stream sniped or butt fucked, but either way, we're gonna jump back out to Aircon. Jump, jump, jump! Guys, jump, 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 jump! Who did he shoot at then?
Me. Archon.
Did you get out?
Yeah.
Sweet, idiots.
I barely got out.
Good work. I'm waiting to see your fucking structure when you decloak. Okay, we're not gonna be giving intel. Right, what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna head back to Newcon and let the stream snipers get bored and fuck off. Because some people are just jerks, what can I say? So just start heading back to Aircon. Unfortunately, guys, if people keep doing, like, every time we go out on stream, like, a couple of dickheads decide to come along and play silly buggers, and if people keep doing that, I'm just gonna have to stop streaming, because... Or start streaming useless bullshit with the entire fucking screen covered up like every other cunt on fucking Twitch. So whoever you are, fuckbag, just piss off. There you go, emo rage out the way. Anyway.
15-minute delay, question mark.
Yeah, that's the thing, you see, as soon as I do a 15-minute delay, that completely removes any possibility of any sort of viewer interaction.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I definitely do for the capital stuff, because it's needed. You know, and obviously NC would kick my fucking ass if I was streaming live intel. I'd just be retarded.
Mad Annie, question mark.
I was hinting. But yeah, everyone best be back to Newcomb, guys. You see, what I'm actually going to do one day is, like, I'm going to find a way to switch the live stream to a delay, and then, like, grab all our fucking ships and go back and kick them in the teeth. Like, have it, like, I want to live stream us sitting on a gate in frigates, and actually all be sat there in stealth bombers. I'd love it. It would be funny as. Yeah, Jesus. These
Play recording.
Yeah, oh yeah, it can be done. It will be done. The other option that I've got, you see, is to start recording this stuff with fraps, and then playing it across the live stream. But that's just fucking ridiculous. I'm just gonna start, like, I don't know, fuck them. Like, that's all I have to say. Just...
Could record it with DXtray, might be a bit better.
Yeah, either that or put it on like a 2-hour delay, and then like sit there and like play, like talk during that 2 hours. But okay, guys, so everyone should now be headed. Once you get into Newcon, just hold in Newcon. Don't go anywhere.
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Yeah, in
Sorry,
fact, yeah,
did I use anything?
Let's take a 5-minute break, guys. Let's just dock up at home and take a break. We've been out for a while, haven't we?
The application was put in, but not one on the site.
Cool. Do you want to just grab him and have a word? Just let him know.